So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Portugal.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then. Now 2018 was of course the year that saw France become champions again, 20 years after their previous triumph, and this man's exploits played a huge part in that success, did they not, Jim?
Yeah, Antoine Griezmann was excellent throughout the tournament with his all-round forward play. It was no surprise that he was man of the match in that high-scoring final against the Croatians.
Yeah, first time since 2002 that the final hadn't gone into extra time. And the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Griezmann. He's on it. Can he get away? Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, and that is really good tenacity. It's their second corner of the game. He'll try from distance. Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Barcelona really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Corner number 3 coming up. Cannavaro gets it away. Barcelona get their 4th corner. Barcelona can try it again now. They're up to 5 corners now. Gerrard tries to clear. Oh, nice touch. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And now they can spring out of defence. Luis Suarez. Real chance! Goal! Barcelona! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
That looks a good cross. He leaps for it! And that's a tidy finish! And there it is, his 10th goal, his first mini milestone. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So they have it all to do again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Shoot! Goal! Barcelona! And they get themselves in front!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Knocks it out wide, and he's quick to return it. Big chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's a goal. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Portugal dragged themselves back again.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Raul. Van Bronckhorst is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Juve, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Juve showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that brings the first half to a close. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Yeah, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
So a really enthralling 45 minutes, beautifully poised for the 45 to follow. The score at half-time, 2-2. And so the action is resumed. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Juve, he's onside, shapes to shoot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of... Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied. He has missed it.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that. Portugal are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Caramba. Oh, good-looking ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Griezmann. Palmer. Decent chance!
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Van Bronckhorst. Kimmich is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Rijkaard was in no mood for any of that. Now it's Griezmann.
This is the time you need that pace.
He's found a way through. Chance! And that's a good finish. They've done it again! It is incredible!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So again, we have parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want.
It's Luis Suarez! Another one of football's and how moments.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 18.
Corner count is rising.
Griezmann.
That's 6.
Number 10. Palmer. Number 21. El Hadj Diouf. Number 2. Christian.
And he can clear it away.
Coming on the field. Number 8. Messi. Number 9. Francesco Totti.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Substitutions taking place.
Diouf receives it in a good position here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Great chance! Oh, he's done it! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
There will be 5 minutes.
Portugal now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserved this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that is as far as it goes. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. How are you reading this formation, Jim Beglin? He's having a hit! Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, the contributions made by Barella I think will be key here, Peter.
Big chance! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Kimmich. Nicely weighted ball. And the shot! And that's a good finish. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Bangladesh restore parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. This and the finish! Now that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Yamal. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Van Bronckhorst is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone.
Bangladesh always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Barella does really well to win the ball there.
Lamine Yamal really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Yamal. Rijkaard. It's Kimmich. And it's Gerrard. Gerrard. Now it's Raul. Oh, now he can run away with it. And that is well cleared. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so... He's had a shot! Goal! That was easy. Almost too easy.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass.
And that is indeed the final act. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Yeah, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Portugal are leading by one in a finely poised game. Oh, shooting chance! That is gorgeous from Raul! A finish of true class! 2 up now, and they are cruising. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. And yes, it's him again. Portugal now in a position far more desirable.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Messi! Decent hit from there. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And that's really well manoeuvred. Short changes him with that pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bangladesh needed that, they really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, it's fallen loose again! And it's in! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Substitution on the field. Number 13, Shevchenko.
So we have movement on
Number
both benches.
19,
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Cantona. Number 20,
Kimmich.
Raoul.
And here's the chance to counter.
23, Trossard.
Spread to the right. And this is Raoul. Raoul! It's in! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. Simplicity itself.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
So the lead now is 2.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Trossard. Kimmich. And he's only too happy to take that back. Oh, cracking ball. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Rijkaard has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Juve was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Raoul. And here's Cantona. And it's Molina. Van Bronckhorst. Raoul is having the time of his life here. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Brilliantly cut out. Barella. Gerrard has created 1 goal already. Plays a sharp little ball here. Van der Ven gets across to intercept that. And there goes the final whistle. Portugal can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to, following this splendid display of poise, potency and proficiency. Raoul gleefully... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Portugal against Barcelona.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing...
And he shoots! Rijkaard pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Kimmich. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Cruyff. Edmilson. Can he get on the end of this? And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Thuram gets over and intercepts.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Rijkaard. And it's Gerrard. And here's Bale. Now that looks a decent ball. Still goalless. Van Bronckhorst is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Van Bronckhorst with the cross. That has been cut short. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Robson.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Van Bronckhorst.
Oh, really well played.
Brilliantly cut out. Ambitious ball here. Vinicius Junior. Robson running with the ball. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Shoot! And we have our very first corner. Cleared without hesitation. Portugal given another corner. Portugal have their second corner now. And a header! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And it's Bale. And he's managed to get free. He's being urged to shoot. Robson.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And that is a little undercooked. Raul. Referee has just said play on. So what can they make of this? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Showing good feet. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Little pass back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
That's a cute ball. Dink through. Oh, important interception. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. So a temporary halt to the action. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Kimmich. Gerrard. He's having a pop! Back to the keeper it goes. Khan is there to clear. Referee's given a throw. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Van Bronckhorst. Always onto this. Well timed, excellent interception. Azar, a player who needs no introduction. And it's Roberto Carlos. And that was nowhere near his best. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Azar going face-to-face with his great rival. It's Azar! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And he's quick to get rid. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gerrard. That's a sharp pass. Roberto Carlos.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
A probing pass. Kimmich looking to pass their way up the pitch. Raul threads one in. And this is Forlan. He's got away. It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Juve. Van Bronckhorst. And there goes the final whistle. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yep, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
Raul has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Rijkaard. And here's Bale. Oh, that's a fine interception. And this is Raul.
Raul really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And this is Batistuta. Van Bronckhorst. And the pass is intercepted. Rummenigge. Oh, well measured. He's shifting through the gears here. And a chance! It's there! And we have liftoff. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Red Star are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot. Now it's Kimmich. Juve.
Portugal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Great ball, and he's in here. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gerrard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Now it's Raul. And here's Bale. That is a great pick out. Shoots! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Portugal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cleared away. And it's Gerrard. Drives it in. That's a decent clearance.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
It's a great chance! And he nearly went all the way.
Raul just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Van Dijk makes the interception. Kimmich is always looking to break lines. Well seen, saw that. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Portugal unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Back on the way then.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, he's goal side. Real chance! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Batistuta.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Cannavaro demonstrating his defensive quality there. Rijkaard. Oh, this looks sharp.
Red Star couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trick.
And Batistuta! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Batistuta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
They've played it short, and it's made its way to him. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. That is good alertness. That pass has been well intercepted. Rijkaard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Rummenigge! Now, who's going to be first to this? And the volley. Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here. Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
And they win it back again.
There will be 1 minute added
Lovely
time.
pass, but can he get there? Takes a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! With fun and fury. So that's it. It is all over. Portugal suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Argentina.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty... Roll! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Portugal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that has been cleared. Messi running with the ball. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And he has been fouled there. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Zambrota threads one in. Can he get onto this? That is good alertness. And it's Beckham. Over to the right flank. Raul. Messi. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Van Bronckhorst did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Juve going about things with real menace. Oh, that's fabulous. Raul running at top gear. Juve. Can he finish? Goal! Portugal! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And this is Pele! It's Pele! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Jude! Brilliant save from Buffon! Oh, that was no routine save.
Diouf is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. Portugal given another corner. Corner number 3 coming up. And now a sudden chance to counter. Haaland, an individual who's prepared to shoot any time, any place. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Has a look and plays it forward.
Diouf really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's been hooked away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Messi. And here's Beckham. And this is Messi.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
The referee has just said play on. And it's Messi. Takes the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. So your views on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Portugal can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score.
Substitution in progress.
So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Chance here to counter. Now it's Bale. That's a nicely shaped ball. And a chance! And it's in! And this is getting better and better.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
After 52 minutes is...
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Nice interception, well timed. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Argentina clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, they can break here. Raul. And here's Bale. Out towards the flank. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, this looks sharp. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Big chance! And it's there! And they are disappearing out of sight. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Portugal find a position of real strength now. He's gone for goal. Oh, what a mistake! Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Raul. Oh, easy pickings there. And he's quick to return it. And it's Kimmich. Looking to play him in. Raul. Oh, now he can run away with it. Raul! Has another go! And a neat finish. They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Great ball if he can get there. Oh, just skips past his man. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Jordi Alba. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And that pass just didn't quite work. Could be danger here. He's having a shot! It's a goal! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
That's that, the end. Oh, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, to win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Bale claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way. Ah, Luis Suarez, the man who spearheaded that famous front three, a striker whose achievements were... Oh, great header! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Oh, super header, wonderfully acrobatic.
Yeah, a diving header is always a pleasurable sight, and that was just about perfect.
Portugal finding themselves unexpectedly behind. This is a promising build-up. Out towards the flank. Cafu. Cross from Cafu. And that has been cleared. Oh, what has happened here? And he can thump it away.
This is the time you need that pace.
Quality ball. Juve. Oh, some astute defending there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Seedorf. Oh, it's Seedorf. Looking for the run. Luis Suarez. He's having a shot! And yes, it's there! And they're threatening to fly away here.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. great ball. Shapes to shoot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Suarez has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Palestine with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Deftly away. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Aimed beyond the defence. He's in a great position here. Now the header! And the ball's in he goes again. And it's come back out to him. Oh, he has absolutely drilled that. Portugal are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Good ball over the top.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ah, he's given it away. Oh, well played. Rijkaard. Gerrard. Raul.
1 minute added time.
Tries to pass it through. Cantona! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So, into the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And it's Luis Suarez. Cafu, who does have an assist to his name. Raul. Gerrard. Ball played for Rijkaard.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
That's a good ball. That's really well cleared.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Very nicely done. That is good strength. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. That is lovely.
That was lovely, that.
And that's gone loose. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Van Bronckhorst. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Raul, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Oh, this looks sharp. Nicely worked. And he's managed to get free. Ball comes in. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example. Portugal are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Chiellini. Threads one in. Oh, well measured. Kagawa gets into a good position. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Corner number 2 then. Terrific effort! And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Van Bronckhorst driving through the middle.
1 minute added time.
And now they can clear their lines. And that's it. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer.
And if you do have a
How would you
chance
sum
today,
up what
please
we've
take some
witnessed,
time
Jim?
out to give
Well,
your
Peter,
support to
I
our
really
best
couldn't see
stadium.
what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So things are underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, the player Nuno Mendes is someone who's really impressed me as being a two-way player. Very confident, consistent, and always willing to take people on and get himself into those good crossing positions, and he can deliver too.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Cannavaro is there, and he can get that clear. Duke unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's De Bruyne, and he is De Bruyne! And a terrific save from the keeper.
De Bruyne actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Arsenal with the corner, they're first. Getting up there! Harmlessly behind. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Diouf. And reclaimed it in a trice.
That's good pressing, it's really squeezing everything.
Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go? That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Still goalless at the moment. Now it's Raul. Diouf. Shot. Big chance! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Portugal have fired themselves in front.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And this is Messi.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Gerrard, renowned for his long-range shooting. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Bale. Well, that has not gone well.
Portugal really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Raul. And that is a little undercooked. Oh, it's a great... And the shot! Gareth glittering Bale! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Portugal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
That's the end of the first 45.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Portugal sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. The second period is on the way. Cannavaro. And it's Van Dijk. Bale is sharing after that one. Now it's Stojkovic. No, again there's no way through. Now it's Bale. Kimmich. Juve in the hunt and looking threatening. Arsenal can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And this is Messi.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he shoots! And it's there! It's all becoming so easy. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. Well, Ed Milson's selection has certainly attracted some scrutiny, but the man himself looks, as ever, Jim, utterly unfazed.
Yeah, I like him because he's got a certain elegance about him, Peter. We all know Brazilian players love the idea of getting forward, and he's probably one of the better defensive players on the ball.
So no gung-ho heroics?
No chance.
Bale. Chiellini getting this one clear, and he was alert to it. Goes down, but nothing given. Quality ball. Kimmich. He's in a good position here. Bale. Can he get on the end of this? Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
That is good alertness. Now it's Bale. Knocks it into space. Rijkaard.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted. They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Kimmich is the team's great visionary. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Taken back almost at once. Driving forward. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Bale. Kimmich. Juve. Now he's running away. Oh, what a ball! It's Bale! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Portugal with the corner, they're first. Robertson with the clearance. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Rijkaard. This is a promising build-up. Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. And the shot's on here. Inzaghi! And he has kept it out somehow.
Filippo Inzaghi is offering a wry smile there.
They've played it short. Has crossed into the middle. And that should get the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So between them, no goals at all so far.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. Back on the way then. What a big chance! That is gorgeous from Raul!
As responses to a half-time team talk go, that tops the lot. Of course, it enhances his reputation, and it has to give this team a surge of belief, surely.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Portugal have penetrated for the first time.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good.
Chance for a shot! And he's stuck it away. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Things starting to look very comfortable. It's Inzaghi! Well taken goal. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, what a hit, Peter. And there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured. It was simply inch perfect.
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Inzaghi! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And that's a canny finish!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He's going for goal! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Raul going face-to-face with his great rival. Raul showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. No, he refuses to take the bait. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And it's Gerrard. It's Gerrard! Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Bale! It's anyone's ball now. Portugal have their second corner now. Kimmich with the short one.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, that is a nice touch. Roll! Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. Cannavaro makes the interception. Chiellini. And we're done. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things already rolling. Well, it's Bale! Oh, he's won it! The most decisive of all goals! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice. And there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And they're quick to get it back. And Bronkhorst. He's got away. And Bronkhorst. Crosses it. Oh, good effort! Goal! Portugal! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So, a breakthrough already. Oh, that's a key interception. Nicely weighted ball. No, it's come to nothing. Portugal very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. Raul powering forward here. That's a little off target. Neither of these two want to come off second best. A probing pass. Plays a sharp little ball here. He has found the way through. Towering header! And a neat finish! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Shoots! And that's a good finish. Right back in the game. A mere formality. Nigh on a certainty, he is truly in the zone.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And he's managed to get rid. Juve always looking for that half a chance. Now it's Kimmich. He's found a way through. Look at the space here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's a throw-in. And it's Kimmich. Gerrard. Gerrard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Lovely feet. That's a sharp pass. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Baresi. Oh, this looks sharp. Not the most accurate pass. And for the first half, that is that. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Portugal leading, but only just 2-1 the scoreline. And so the big chance! It's loose and there's a race. In he goes again! And there's a goal! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Some great movement here and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
So the lead now is... And a chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Oh, easy pickings there. Rijkaard. Now it's Raul. Juve. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Gerrard. Pass somewhat off target. Juve. Kimmich. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he's cut it out. And he can clear it away. Juve, who does have an assist to his name.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Played out wide. Now it's Kimmich. Van Bronckhorst. Oh, that's neat.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Chiellini spots it and intercepts.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Gerrard. So, what can they make of this? Juve. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And here's Bale. Juve. And here's Bale. Now it's Gerrard. He won't be happy with that one.
Has been indicated.
Raul. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And that is that. Portugal are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Joe! Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Cannavaro clears without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Threads one in, well, played right into his path. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And that should get the job done. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Portugal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Portugal still without a single shot on target. Oh, nicely intercepted. Gerrard.
Now there's a headline maker, Steven Gerrard.
Focal point for any team he plays in.
Yeah, I suspect he may be deployed as a more holding midfielder, but that seems wrong when you know how good he is 30 yards forward.
Not the most accurate pass. Turns back here, probably the best option. Gerrard chasing after it. Gerrard with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner.
Barcelona always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, that's fabulous. And Bebeto! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Corner number 2 then. Lee Kang-in plays it short. Cross flung in towards the middle. Van Dijk tries to clear. Nicked it back promptly. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Juve, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Bale, and he's found a way past. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Neymar. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. The second half is up and running. Both sides defensively robust up to now. And a chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Portugal given another corner. It's their second corner of the game. Bastoni clears it away. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. And he was alert to it. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That's a cute ball.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Stood up well to him there. Tchouaméni gets on his bike and on the move. Ambitious ball here. No, that's been intercepted. He's having a shot! And still, we await the first breakthrough. Knocks it into space. Lee Kang-in tries a cross. A corner it is then. And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Well, there's one man here who stands head and shoulders, and he shoots! Juve finds himself offside. Rijkaard, Maldini. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And it's Robertson. Cannavaro. Passing is crisp and sharp. And Bronkhorst. He's through here. He has a look up.
Diouf clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Looking for the run. Raul.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Stood up well to him there. Robertson. And it's Ronaldinho. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And this is Bale. Oh, that's fabulous. And he's gone backward here. They want to be quick to recover this. Rijkaard. Van Bronckhorst. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Rijkaard. Gerrard. Raul. Raul will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's in plenty of space here. Raul. And it's Rijkaard. And here's Gerrard. Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Zanetti kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. So, a temporary halt to the action. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And we are back on the way.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And the pass is into... It's Gerrard! It's there!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
He hit that like he meant it, absolutely speared it in.
Oh, that's a brilliant finish, Peter. Such a satisfying one from his perspective, knowing he hit it so beautifully.
Portugal have penetrated for the first time.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on...
Raul! A ripper from Raul! One more for his glittering collection! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And this is getting better and better. It was thrashed in, the crispest of hits.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
Substitution in progress.
Japan can now introduce the first of their substitutes. So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Robertson has been caught there, it's a foul. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. So, what can they come up with here?
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
Cannavaro with the clearance. Driving on and making good progress. Rogers. Danny Olmo. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Now it's Bale. Saliba calmly anticipates. Defending was strong and firm. Raul.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now, can they get him away? Well read, and the danger is averted.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Saliba spots it and intercepts. And this is Bale. So much time and space here. Juve being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
He's found a way through. Tries a shot. Another one of football's and how moments.
It's a good effort, and you can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
He's had it taken off him. Great vision. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Kimmich. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Four added minutes on the board. Simeone. This is a promising build-up. And it's Gerrard.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And that is that. Portugal are enjoying their moment of collective uplift. A win achieved with... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. Now here is a true legend of the game. In fact, some still say, Jim, that he's the greatest number one there's ever been.
The mighty Gianluigi Buffon. Yeah, he might get my vote too, Peter. When you consider his consistency at the highest level. Okay, he may not be as skillful with the ball at his feet as some of the younger contenders, but you certainly wouldn't want him lining up for the opposition. What a goalkeeper.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Raul. He's in plenty of space here. And it's Kimmich. Can he finish? Jordi Alba. That pass has been well intercepted. And he's running through. Little doubt, that is a foul. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Portugal have a free kick. And so we have the first set piece of the game. Raul. Bale purring through the gears. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Thuram, always a very imposing presence at the back. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Edmilson. And he's forced to go back. And it's Olmo. To Schneider.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Aimed beyond the defence. Chance for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Nice looking ball. Dink through. Oh, important interception. Chance! Loose ball, and again! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low too.
Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press. Pedri. And here's Van Basten. Van Basten! Denied by an instinctive save.
Van Basten actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. He's on it. Can he get away? Schneider goes for goal. I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Raul, well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
So a temporary halt to the action. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So very little to report. Nothing, indeed, in terms of goals scored.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. Back on the way then.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, he's burst! Big chance! And a neat finish! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
After 57 minutes is number 4, Marco van Basten.
The first breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Raul really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Van Dijk. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Schneider. Thuram. Pedri, who is rarely short on confidence. Baresi. And it's Thuram. To Jordi Alba. Cannavaro calmly anticipates. Kimmich. Opts for safety. Cannavaro. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's tidy.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He is through here. Jordi Alba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Van Bronckhorst. And here's Bale. Jordi Alba clears without hesitation.
There will be 1
Schneider.
minute added time.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Bale. The end, time is up. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
Please turn your attention to
Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Portugal just didn't look terribly sharp, Peter. Nothing wrong with the effort or the industry. They simply couldn't turn it on.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. Now here is a true legend of the game. In fact, some still say, Jim, that he's the greatest number one there's ever been.
The mighty Gianluigi Buffon. Yeah, he might get my vote too, Peter. When you consider his consistency at the highest level.
Bellingham!
Bellingham really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Eto'o. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's a fine interception. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Knocks it out wide. And that pass just didn't quite work. Quarter of an hour played. And this is Bale. Oh, it's come loose. Portugal still without a single shot on target. Eto'o chasing after it. Juve, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Messi. Chiellini deals with that comfortably. Juve. Makaleli. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Van Bronckhorst. Raul. Oh, that's neat. Rijkaard. Short changes him with that pass. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Chance here to counter. And the pass is intercepted. Distributed tidily. That's where it came from. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Has a look and plays it forward. Beckenbauer. Now it's Eto'o. And it's Bellingham. And Makaleli. And it's Bergomi. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Now it's Eto'o. And the referee has signalled for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Portugal really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Oh, this looks sharp. He's had it taken off him. Raul, looking to play him in. And this is Bale. Decent chance! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Oh, can he get onto this?
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And this is Eto. Kimmich. Oh, good-looking ball. Juve showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, nicely intercepted. Juve under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Now that's well seen too. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due.
Great chance! It's in! How they've waited! Now they have it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
The first breakthrough.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
He's found a way through, and a header! And a truly agonising miss.
Diouf clearly wanted to level things up in a hurry here. It didn't quite come off for him, but top marks for the effort.
Substitution on the field, number 2, Cafu.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
Yeah, and it looks like quite a shake-up to the front line. Interesting, we'll see how it develops. Bangladesh surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Number 24.
Picked out brilliantly. He's been taken down, and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. And he's going to have his name taken.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
This then to draw level. A formality, we're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Portugal really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Kimmich is always scanning the pitch for targets. And here's Batistuta. Plays a sharp little ball here. Buffon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, well played. 4 added minutes on the board. Chips it through. Batistuta. He has found the way through. And Batistuta! Oh, it's gone in!
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
And that is as far as it goes. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it was engaging, if not an edge-of-your-seat encounter, and importantly, it offered the right result.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.